were ever involved with in wrestling that gave you a real headache?
All the stuff with WCW at the end. The happiest day of my life was the day they closed down.
Why is that?
Swear to God, because it was just WCW went from being here, you know, right neck and neck with WWE to, I mean, all the stuff they did. They brought in all these people doing ridiculous stuff. It was embarrassing. It was humiliating. I was in Panama City, right, and I'm down there with Shane, right, and he goes, Vince, why don't you wrestle Sting tonight? I said, I haven't wrestled in 6 months. He just had rotator surgery, right? He goes, Vince said you can wrestle. I go, Shane, I ain't wrestling tonight. And Jerry Briscoe and him was there together. I go, the last night, right? So I cut this promo with Vince back and forth that was classic, and I ended up wrestling Sting, but I wore a T-shirt. I was embarrassed. It was not me and Sting, and I mean, is what it was. We you know, we did. Well, he'd been hurt too. He wasn't in shape, so it was like, you know, and he's such a great athlete, and I feel like I am. You know, I'm sure I'm as good an athlete as Steve is, but I can perform, and we just were caught off guard, you know. So,
Were you aware that WCW was being sold? Obviously, you knew through Grapevine that the company was going to be sold. But did you think that Bischoff at one time was going to purchase it? Because I know he had some investors lined up, and he wasn't able to.
I never heard that, so I don't know.
When were you aware that WWE was now going to own WCW? Was it that day, or did you have any advance warning?
I had 1 day warning. Be in Panama City. I went.
Right. What did Vince tell you as far as the future goes with Ric Flair? Did you know that you were going to end up in WWE again?
No, they called me, Jim Ross, and they said, when do you want to come to work? I said, now. I didn't hear from them for a year. And then a year later, they called me and said, this thing where I became part owner of the company, you know, that they had a pay-per-view in Greensboro, and I'm not sure, I don't remember the storyline that well, but I showed up in Charlotte, and me and Vince were doing it again, man. I loved working with him. When he and I owned it, when we were co-owners and jealousy all the time, that was one of the best times of my life.
Easy for you, too.
Yeah, easy.
It's natural.